Hello student, Pooja Nashikkar madam from Ferguson College, Pune. We already have started one of the very important topic, chapter number 2 from biology, reproduction in lower and higher animals. Hope you have studied the previous part which we have completed in our previous lecture student. We have completed till post-fertilization changes, how exactly after fertilization cleavage, blastulation and gastrulation takes place. Followed by gastrulation, we have also completed the fate of three germinal layers. In today's part, let us proceed with the next important type of the developmental changes with the help of PowerPoint presentation. The next important type of the changes, embryonic development, that is how the pregnancy occurs. It is the condition of carrying one or more embryos in the uterus. What is exactly meaning of the term pregnancy? It is also called gestation. It refers to period between fertilization of the egg up to parturition. समजलंय का स्टुडंट? फर्टिलायझेशन पासून पार्च्युरेशन म्हणजे डिलिव्हरी. The average period of pregnancy in human, it lasts for 266 days from fertilization or 280 days counted from last menstrual cycle. Hope you understand how exactly they have given this. Now the changes which takes place or the calculation which they have given, it is, see, from fertilization if we check, then it is 266 days. But from last menstrual cycle, we know menstrual cycle, that is from 14th day of menstrual cycle, the fertilization can be counted, or if from menstrual cycle we will count, then it is 280 days. This pregnancy period of approximately 9 months is divided into 3 trimesters for 3 months age. Means 9 months can be divided into 3 different phases, 3 different trimesters. First trimesters, फ्रॉम फर्टिलायझेशन टू 12th वीक, पहिल्या 3 महिन्यात काय काय चेंजेस होतात, हाऊ एक्झॅक्टली द ग्रोथ अँड डेव्हलपमेंट टेक्स प्लेस से नाव. इट इज द टाइम ऑफ रॅडिकल चेंजेस इन मदर अँड एम्ब्रियो, not only for the baby but even some sort of the changes takes place in mother's body. The embryo receives nutrient in first 2 to 4 weeks directly from the endometrium. Endometrium, yes, innermost wall of the uterus. It is the main period of organogenesis. What is organogenesis? Organ formation and development of body organs. By the end of 8th week, the major structures are formed in the embryo in a rudimentary form. खूप स्टुडंट समजताय का? पहिल्या ट्रायमस्टर मध्ये म्हणजे पहिल्या 3 महिन्यात 12 वीक मध्ये काय काय चेंजेस होत आहेत. ऑर्गॅनोजेनेसिस टेक्स प्लेस, रुडिमेंटरी ऑर्गन्स आर फॉर्म. The embryo is now called as fetus, and see what is the size of the embryo? Approximately 3 centimeter in length. Arms, hands, fingers, feet, toes are formed. Can you imagine? Such a small type of the fetus and almost major organs are formed. Fetus can open and close the mouth and fist. Fist म्हणजे त्यांची मूठ, हाताचे movement. बोटांचे movement. CNS is fully formed, central nervous system. Working of excretory and circulatory system begins. At the end of first trimester, fetus is about 7 to 10 centimeter long. So in first 3 months, 10 centimeter long is the fetus. Meanwhile, the mother's body also undergoes rapid changes. There are not only the changes in the fetus body, but mother's body also shows some sort of the changes. High level of progesterone initiate changes in her reproductive system. The maternal part of placenta grows and the uterus becomes larger, because as the growth and development of the fetus will go on increasing, the uterus will go on dilating, it will become larger. In this period, the mother experiences, see what they have given, the morning sickness, sometimes nausea, vomiting, mood swings. It may take place because hormonal changes are also there. Uterus size is also increasing. This is how not only fetus but mother also shows some sort of the changes during first 3 months. Second trimester, starting from 3rd week to 26th week, or we can say 4th, 5th and 6th month. It is the period of rapid growth of the fetus. Earlier we have seen 7 to 10 centimeter was the size of the fetus. Now the rapid growth of the fetus takes place during the second trimester. The uterus grows enough for the pregnancy to become obvious. See now, it becomes more or less, it is growing up. The fetus is very active and grows to about 30 centimeter. From 10 centimeter, now the size increases to 30 centimeter. Development of brain begins. Hormone levels stabilize as HCG, human chorionic gonadotropic hormone. It declines, its level decreases. The corpus luteum deteriorates and the placenta completely takes over the production of progesterone. Do you understand? Till corpus luteum is secreting progesterone. Now slowly it will deteriorate, it will stop, and now the placenta will completely takes the charge and it go on secreting progesterone, pregnancy building hormone progesterone, which maintain the pregnancy. Ultrasound, most of them means the females, they prefer doing sonography. So ultrasound at the means 18 to 20 weeks of the pregnancy shows baby's growth and position. This helps in estimation of due date of delivery. So most of the time when the pregnant female will visit to the gynecologist or to the doctor, they will give the estimation. Okay, this and this date maybe the delivery occurs, this week the delivery can take place, because the growth and development can be observed by using sonography. Baby's movement can be easily felt by the mother also. Mother also feel the movement of the baby. Head has hairs. Now slowly the head shows development of hairs. Eyebrows, eyelashes appear. Pinny, external ears are distinct. The baby reaches half the size of a newborn because more or less baby has attained 30 centimeter of the length. Third trimester, final, when almost the fully formed baby will be ready, that is from 27th week, that is 7th month, till the parturition, 38, 39 weeks. The fetus grows to about 3 to 4 kg in weight and 50 centimeter in length. Eyes are open. As the fetus grows, the uterus expands around it, because the more and more size of the fetus go on increasing, the uterus will be expanding. Expand around it, the mother's abdominal organs become compressed because of expansion of the uterus. Whatever number of organs are present surrounding to the uterine wall, in case of mother, that organ get pressurized, they get compressed and displaced, leading to frequent urination. She may suffer, that pregnant mother may suffer by urination, sometimes digestive blockage and strain in the back muscles. At the end of the third trimester, म्हणजे pregnancy आता complete होणार आहे. So at the end of the third trimester, the fetus become fully developed and ready for parturition, ready for delivery. In this way, the entire pregnancy can be subdivided into 3 phases, 3 trimester. पहिले 3 महिने first, second, third. Now, let us proceed with how exactly, say, what is exactly the structure of placenta? It is flattened discoidal organ in the uterus of a pregnant woman connect with umbilical cord of the fetus. How exactly it gets connected? We will study this. Even I will show you the diagram also. The placenta is a temporary structural and functional connection between fetal and maternal circulation. Can you imagine, student? Placenta is the combined part. Both of them are equivalently, they participate. Maternal circulation to facilitate the supply of oxygen, nutrient, removal of carbon dioxide, excretory waste produced by the fetus. So, maternal and the fetal, so from mother's body, whatever oxygen, nutrient is provided to that of the fetus, and from fetus body, unwanted waste type of the byproduct will be exchanged to that of, or they are given into that of the mother's circulation. Placenta is the only organ which is formed of tissues from both 2 different individuals. That is, placenta is the form, means it is totally formed with the help of mother also and fetus also. Part of the placenta contributed by the fetus is called fetal placenta, or that may be called as chorionic placenta. The other part which is rich in blood supply shared by the mother's maternal, that is called as maternal placenta, part of the uterine wall. So student, placenta, which is the combination of both mother and that of the fetus, the fetal placenta, or it is called as chorionic, and mother's placenta is called as maternal placenta. And so human placenta is called hemocorial, the placenta, because this is Korean, and this is called as hemocorial. See now the diagram, how placenta develops. This is what is the amniotic fluid in which the fetus is growing. This is amniotic sac. Now are you getting the umbilical cord with the help of which the fetal is articulated, right? Now see here, this is what is the label, it is given as placenta. This is uterine wall. So this is from maternal side, this is from fetal side. Now these are the membrane, this is amnion, this is chorion, and so now let us study how exactly the structure. The umbilical cord is formed of 3 blood vessels. Whatever this umbilical cord you are getting here, it is mainly formed with the help of 3 blood vessels. 2 are small arteries which carry blood towards the placenta, and 1 is a large vein which returns the blood to the fetus. So total 3 blood vessels are over here, 2 large arteries and 1 vein. The placenta also acts as an endocrine tissue. Yes, temporarily, but it is endocrine tissue and produces the hormone. Right now only I told. The first important hormone which is secreted by placenta is HCG, human chorionic gonadotropic hormone. And the next important hormone, progesterone, and one more hormone which is also secreted, estrogen. By the end of first trimester, progesterone is produced by placenta. These hormones are required for fetal growth and maintenance of the pregnancy. So, to maintain the normal pregnancy, proper pregnancy, मध्ये काहीही प्रॉब्लेम येऊ नये अशासाठी हे 3 हार्मोन, they are very important. They plays very important role. So hope student you understand the next important part. First we have completed about pregnancy. Now how placenta is very helpful. Then next to that let us proceed with the next important phase, parturition. In day-to-day language we call it as delivery. Fully formed type of the baby can be given out by mother's body, by mother's uterus, that is called as parturition. Human beings are viviparous. Viviparous, giving birth directly to that of the young ones. Parturition is the process of giving birth to a baby. The physical activities, see what exactly happens at the time of delivery. The physical activities involved in parturition like uterine and abdominal contraction. Say now, suppose whatever the uterus is there, in the uterus now the baby is, or what you can say, the fetus is ready to come out. So there are some sort of the changes in the uterine wall in case of the mother, so that the cervical opening get dilated and baby can be given out. But see step by step what type of changes occurs. The physical activities involved in parturition like uterine and abdominal contraction, dilation of the cervix. लक्षात येतंय का? Uterine wall will contract, cervical opening will dilate, and passage of baby are collectively called as labor. That pain, that delivery pain, we call them as commonly labor pain. Signals arises from the fully formed fetus and placenta causes mild uterine contraction. Can you imagine? The fully formed fetus will only give the signal that now I am ready to come out, I am ready, I have completed my growth. And it may cause mild uterine contraction. It is accompanied by rise in estrogen and progesterone ratio, increase in oxytocin receptors in the uterine muscles. Whenever you will study this part, you have to write down it in the form of a flow chart. So first of all, 9 months is completed. Now parturition start. the placenta and the fetus, both of them will cause some sort of the uterine contraction. Then it is accompanied by increase in level of the estrogen and progesterone, then increase in level of oxytocin receptor, and this oxytocin will work or it will stimulate to that of the uterine wall, uterine muscles. They causes vigorous contraction of myometrium of uterus at the end of pregnancy. We know the middle muscular coat of the uterus, it is thick muscular coat which is called as myometrium. Because of this oxytocin, the myometrium show vigorous, continuous contraction. Right now, the fully developed fetus gives signal for the uterine contraction by secreting adrenocorticotropic hormone. What this uterine, who secrete ACTH? ACTH stands for adrenocorticotropic hormone. It is secreted by fully grown fetus, thus developed fetus. It will give the signal. Who will secrete this hormone? Pituitary gland and corticosteroid from adrenal gland. See student, how exactly the fully developed fetus gives signal for the uterine contraction by secreting ACTH and corticosteroid. Now due to this secretion, this triggers release of oxytocin from mother's pituitary gland, which acts on uterine muscles. See now, this triggers the release of oxytocin. Because of these two hormones, the oxytocin from mother's pituitary glands go on increasing. This oxytocin acts on uterine muscle and it causes vigorous uterine contraction, which leads to expulsion of the baby from the uterus because of that high vigorous contraction of the uterine wall. It involves the following. Now this is just the brief. Now how exactly? Though the delivery occurs, but even it involves 3 steps. What happened in the first step? Dilation stage. What is dilation? Uterine contraction, because if the wall of the uterus contract, the cervical opening gets dilated. Uterine contraction begins from top, forcing the baby towards the cervix. Now the baby is more and more pushed. It is forced towards the cervix. Contractions are accompanied by pain caused by compression of the blood vessels. Oxytocin-induced uterine contraction becomes stronger and stronger due to stimulatory reflex. See, more and more it becomes more contracted, it becomes stronger. As the baby is pushed down in the uterus, its head comes to lie against the cervix. Baby takes the position. Head of the baby is towards the cervical opening. Cervix gets dilated. The vagina also shows similar dilation. This stage of labor can normally last for few hours. It ends in rupturing. Now the baby will be pushed more and more towards the cervical opening, which will lead to rupturing of the amniotic membrane of the fetus. We have seen how the amniotic membrane is there. So that membrane will rupture. Then the second stage starts. So here till first stage we have completed dilation. Now what is the second phase? Expulsion. The name itself indicates actually baby can be given out. The uterine and abdominal contraction becomes stronger, highest. Now in normal delivery, the fetus passes out through the cervix and vagina with head in the forward direction. Suppose normal delivery is there, the fetus can be pushed out, but the head is forward and legs are to the back side. Now, it takes maximum 20 to 60 minutes, 60 minutes maximum. The umbilical cord is tied and cut off close to the baby's navel. Now, third phase, which is again very important. Delivery occurs. Now what next? After birth, after the delivery of the baby, the placenta separates from the uterus and is expelled out as after birth. It can be expelled out, discharged out due to severe contraction of the uterus. This process happens within 10 to 45 minutes of delivery, and in this way baby can come out in the outside world. This is how the delivery occurs, which is also called as parturition. See here, what this diagram indicate? Initial phase, the fetus is there, umbilical cord is there, fetus is now has taken the position, it is towards the cervical opening. This is what is the cervical opening. In the second diagram, you are getting a faceted cervix, means the cervical openings little bit, it go on dilating. Now, this is see how the fetus, umbilical cord, the baby is almost coming out. And then last phase in which again after delivery, after the expulsion, baby can be given out. So this is how the entire growth and development of the fetus takes place and baby can be delivered. Now after delivery, the next important type of the phase, it is nothing but lactation. What is lactation? The mammary glands of the female, the mother, start producing milk at the end of pregnancy by the process of lactation. Now, which hormone is very important during this phase? Prolactin is the hormone which is responsible for production of milk. Lactation helps the mother in feeding the newborn baby. Whatever newborn baby is born, the baby can be provided with the help of food by lactating mothers. The fluid secreted by the mammary gland soon after the childbirth, that fluid is called as colostrum. As soon as delivery takes place, in the first certain minutes by after childbirth, whatever the fluid is secreted by mammary glands of mother is called as colostrum. It is sticky and yellow fluid containing proteins, lactose and mother's antibodies, immunoglobulin A. It is very important fluid material, student. It is very important to maintain the immunity of the fetus also. It will help to grow to respond to that of the immunity by the fetus. So it is sticky and yellow type of the fluid containing proteins, lactose. Sometime maybe the question is there, what are the components of colostrum? So this is how after delivery the lactation start and the first secretory byproduct is called as colostrum. The fat content in colostrum is very less, they are very low. The antibodies in it helps in developing resistance because already see here IgA, it stands for immunoglobulin A antibodies. So these antibodies present in the colostrum helps in developing resistance for the newborn baby at a time when its own immune response is not fully developed. In case of newly born baby, the whole immune system is not developed at the time of delivery only. So by time being, this colostrum along with this IgA will try to develop resistance for the newborn. Okay, student. Now here we have completed everything about the post fertilization till delivery. Now the second part of our topic, reproductive health. What exactly is the meaning of the term reproductive health? Reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral and social, of course. In all aspects of reproduction they are suggesting. So reproductive health is the fundamental right. Problems, there is a little knowledge of personal hygiene and hygiene of reproductive organs, and this causes sexually transmitted diseases. Early marriages leads to high maternal and infant mortality rate, not in the city level, पण आजही rural areas मध्ये खेड्यापाड्यांमध्ये लवकर लग्न, so maternal age of the female will be high, infant mortality rate will be higher. Due to lack of awareness, there has been a rapid increase in population size. Yes, this is one of the most important factor. One P is creating other P problem, that is population, which may leads to poverty, which may leads to pollution also. So due to lack of the awareness, there has been rapid increase in the population size. People encourages beliefs in myths and misconceptions about the sex related issues. Yes, there are some superstitions, there are some sort of the misconceptions about the sex related issues. आपल्याकडे मुलगा झाला तर जास्त इम्पॉर्टन्स दिलं जातं, सो असे काही मिसकन्सेप्शन्स आहेत बिकॉज ऑफ विच द पॉप्युलेशन इज ऑल्सो इन्क्रीजिंग. Okay, student, till here we have completed about what is exactly meaning of the term. For maintaining reproductive health, following care has to be taken. Cleaning private parts regularly, observing genital hygiene, avoiding risky behavior that could cause sexually transmitted infections, access to relevant and scientific information about matters related to sexuality. Some important aspect to create awareness about the reproductive health. Which are the important aspect? How they will create the awareness in the people about reproductive health? Introduction of sex education in the school. Proper information about reproductive organs. Adolescence. What are the common type of the problem in that particular type of the age? And related changes in the body. There should be proper type of the knowledge, proper information about it. Safe and hygienic sexual practices, information about STDs. STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. How exactly they occur, they can be transmitted. Care of pregnant mother, postnatal care of the mother and child, importance of the breastfeeding. Yes, care of the pregnant mother is also necessary. Then after delivery, the postnatal, whatever the newly born babies are there, the care of that postnatal baby also as well as mother also. And most important, importance has to be given for the breastfeeding. Now only we have seen how lactating mothers, it is helpful, the colostrum, how it is providing the resistance capacity and food material to that of the baby. Equal opportunities for male and female child, awareness about uncontrolled population growth and sex related crime. So this is how we can create the awareness about the reproductive health in our population. Today we have completed 4 important different types of the aspect. First important part, we have completed what is exactly meaning of the term pregnancy, how it can be completed in 3 different trimesters, what type of changes occurs in mother's body as well as fetus during this 9 month span, followed by that how placenta can be formed, which is the combined part, which is the only combined part formed by mother as well as fetus. Then we have studied about delivery, how the fully grown type of the baby, it can be expelled out from the uterus of the mother. Followed by delivery, we have completed all about lactation process also. This is how about post-fertilization type of the changes, that is from parturition, means from pregnancy till lactation we have completed in our presentation.